Welcome to Spring LIB.
Okay, we have an alkene, on one side of which is a cyclohexane, and on the other side of which is a methyl, and they're trans to each other. And what I'd like to do is add in the hydrogens that we can't see as well. Okay, and then we are reacting this with MCPBA, and I will just draw the product, and then I will explain why that is the product afterwards in case you don't care why. Okay, so I'll start by drawing the bond that was previously the alkene, and it's going to become an epoxide instead of an alkene. And it's going to have a dash to hydrogen, a dash to a methyl group. It's going to have a wedge to a hydrogen and a wedge to a cyclohexane. Like so. That is the product. Okay, how do we know that's the product? So the idea is that when an alkene reacts with MCPBA, it becomes an epoxide, and you lose the double bond, right? So I like to start by just redrawing the bond, but now as a double bond or single bond, and then it gains, becomes part of a three-membered ring with oxygen. So I draw that in, and then I need to figure out what to do with this hydrogen, what to do with this cyclohexane, what to do with this hydrogen, what to do with this methyl group. They're all still going to be attached to this left-hand carbon and this right-hand carbon, right? The left-hand carbon is still right here, and the right-hand carbon is still right here. It's just instead of a double bond, it's they each share a bond oxygen. Okay, and what happens is any of the groups that are cis, so for example, this cyclohexane and this hydrogen are cis to each other across the double bond. They're either both going to be on a wedge or both going to be on a hash. It's up to you. I'm going to draw them both on a wedge. So a wedge to a cyclohexane and a wedge to a hydrogen. I don't know why I'm coloring in the wedge all of a sudden, but I am. And then the other two groups, which are cis, right? The hydrogen is cis to the methyl, will either both be on a wedge or both be on a dash. And since I've already used a dash, I'll have to use already used a wedge, I'll have to use a dash for them. And that's how we get to the product. You could end up with the exact same thing, but instead you could put the hydrogen and methyl on a wedge and the cyclohexane and hydrogen on a dash. That would be just as valid.